Being useless to men will change your life because when you're a woman, your natural instinct will be to nurture the man that you're growing feelings for, which unfortunately is exactly what makes you so easy to take advantage of. Until you decide today is the day I'm done being useful to men. They will never use me. But the problem is you'll never know how to actually become useless to men until you know what they're trying to use you for in the first place, which is exactly what I'm going to reveal to you on today's show. And by the end of the show, you will be so useless to men that they won't even be able to dream of taking advantage of you in the ways that they were once so easily able to. We're gonna start hot and heavy. You are done letting men use you for pleasure. I can't tell you how many private relationship questions I've received and one-on-one coaching sessions I've done with women who allow men to use them like DoorDash. I literally mean like DoorDash. That's not a mistake or a typo. You are letting these men order you to their place and you're hot and ready like Little Caesar's Pizza within 30 minutes of them contacting you. You show up to their place all shaved, you took an everything shower, and now you're ready for him to use you some more after you've shown up at his place like DoorDash and prioritize his pleasure because you definitely don't get any pleasure, and then he sends you on your merry way. I can't tell you how much this pains me every time I help a woman that is in the same situation. You cannot let men use you for their pleasure because they will use you until there is nothing left. And in your mind, you're going to be thinking, oh, but wait, if I don't let him use me, if I don't do the things that I was doing before, like showing up to his place, like making it easy on him, like being a little bit more convenient and spontaneous, as the kids would say, when I show up to his place within 30 minutes, now he's going to stop liking me. He's going to stop texting me. He's going to stop calling me as much. He's not going to be as interested in spending time with me or the idea of a relationship. Exactly. That is exactly right. He will stop being interested in you because he's no longer able to use you. That is exactly why we're having this show. I do not want you to be useful to men anymore. I want you to put away what is going to happen when you become useless to men. It's irrelevant because what's going to happen when you become useless to men is you're going to put off all the men who are trying to take advantage of you in the first place. That is exactly what we want. We do not want you surrounded by men in your life that are just trying to extract from you at all times of the day, every second of every hour, and never investing any energy back into you. We want to rid you of that.
I will never let a man use me with a capital N. Never let a man use me. Let me tell you something. I am the most unusable person ever. If you ever tell me your problem, I am going to act as if I just heard the worst news ever. And I'm going to ask you this simple question. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? And I'm going to seem so like, oh my God, like distraught, like damsel in distress. Like, oh, what are you going to do about it? It's never going to be, what are we going to do about it? It's never going to be, oh my God, I can help you. Oh my God, what do you need from me? Never. It's always going to be, what are you going to do about it? When you make yourself seem useless, you cannot help anybody, the mooches leave. And you're giving that man the ability to be the big dog in the situation, and he can handle himself because men don't need our help. They don't need our help. This world was meant for men to thrive. If a man needs your help, run. Literally run. If a man needs your help, run. A man does not need a woman's help. This world is a man's world. We just got our rights 50 years ago. How could we ever help a man?
No man would ever want me. No man would ever want me because I am useless. I'm not going to sleep with you. I'm not going to give you my money. I'm not going to let you walk all over me. I'm not going to cook for you. I'm not going to clean for you. I'm not going to be your unpaid therapist. I basically bring nothing to a man except just who I am as a person, which we already know that men don't care. Men don't care that a woman is a full person with her own mind and her own personality. They only care about how a woman can serve them, right? And the thing is, we were taught this as children, especially as an African woman. I was told you have to learn how to cook, you have to learn how to clean, you have to be calm, you have to be nurturing so that a man would marry you. I was already told that a man would never care who I am as a person. They kept telling us, a man is not going to care about your degree, enter the kitchen. No man is going to care about your skills, your talent, enter the kitchen. So we were already told that who you are doesn't matter if you don't build the skills that serve a man. So I've come to a point in life where I've unlearned all that. I've decided to stop performing and I'm no longer trying to be what a man wants. And to top that all off, I've decided to pursue a celibate lifestyle, a life without dating, because dating hasn't really given me any real benefit. And I'm actually glad that no man would ever want me.
Why did I just see a whole video of this man saying that women just need to stop being useful to men and then you'll find your man? Because our natural being is to nurture. And here is my thought process around this. When we have so much to give, and then we just take it all the way, that's when they start asking, what do you even bring to the table? I freaking hate that question because it doesn't matter if you are a woman or a man. I just feel like on any side of the spectrum, people should not ask that question. It's disrespectful. It's like, why are you even talking to me in the first place if you don't even know what I provide? Like, if you decided to ask me out on a date, why did you ask me out? But to be completely useless, I mean, it's methodical. It's genius. But it's also like, then why are we even dating? Like, a lot of the advice that keeps popping up on my feed on the internet, I'm like, what's the freaking point?
I want a quick way to get rid of a man. Seriously. Be useless. A comment I just read, this lady said, don't nobody help her around the house or anything. Then let everything go straight to hell. Don't cook, don't clean. Eventually, he'll get tired of you. He might even cheat on you. The more and more you do that, the more you'll find yourself, he don't want you anymore. If a man can't extract something from you, he'll definitely move on. Be useless to a man.
This time last year, I created one of my best-selling mini courses where I taught women and still teach women how to become inconvenient. I'll give you a little teaser on why being inconvenient as a woman and literally useless to a man when dating or even being already settled in a relationship or married is actually one of the most helpful tools to thrive in your relationship. First off, let's flip it on its head. What's the opposite of being inconvenient? It is being convenient, being attentive, problem solving, being active, overly functioning. You as a woman, if you have to overfunction to please a man, you make yourself vulnerable to be taken advantage of and attract narcissistic men. Or on the flip side, very feminine men. Narcissistic, toxic, or feminine men love women who overfunction because these are character traits they can exploit to their own benefit. Toxic men are drawn to the chill girl, the cool girl with no standards and no expectations and who always says yes and amen to everything. That will give those men a very easy ride. And sometimes men will literally marry convenient women just because they're the placeholder for them until they divorce them or cheat on them with their dream girl. You schedule his entire calendar if you always cook and clean and tidy up his couch and bring him food while he's crunching on the chips, watching Netflix or playing PlayStation. If you say yes and amen to everything and you're always the one reaching out and basically holding this whole relationship or marriage together, he can relax and he can settle. He doesn't need to pursue you or chase you because you're always right there. At the same time, it saves him a headache, it saves him money and important resources that he can later on pour into his dream girl. Also, one of the greatest examples on this is when women ask me, oh my god, my ex all of a sudden presents as such a different man with the new woman he's with. Well, you were probably the placeholder because how come he now presents as the perfect version of him? Probably because he just tagged you along, took you along the ride while he saved money, had a glow up because you gave him the 5-step skincare routine, and now he can present himself as the best version of himself to this new woman. To protect yourself from this, something I teach you also in my course, link in bio, is to become the entire opposite, to become inconvenient. Because if you're not useful to a man, if you don't offer him your time, your energy, your money, and your presence is a privilege to be around, and you teach him this early on, he is left with the only option to actually be with you for you.
Be very useless to men so that they cannot use you. I know this is probably going to offend you, but you want to be very useless to men. Remember, my advice is what? Bad advice, and the baddest of all advices only. So if you know you're a good girl, you're very sweet, scroll past by. The problem is not about men using women. The problem is that you're being too useful to the wrong man. If you actually meet the right man and you're being useful, your use is going to be appreciated. But to the wrong man, baby, when you meet a man, what do you usually do? You start caring for him, you start nurturing him, asking him all of these sweet questions, wanting to know if he has eaten or not, how you're going to cook for him. You're literally giving him like that girlfriend benefit on a free trial, like he hasn't done anything to even deserve it, but you're just doing it because you feel like you need to do it. You're being too useful. You're cooking for him, cleaning, you're being very available. Once he calls you, baby, come to my house. You've gotten there. The thing is that every single man that you're dating is using you for something. The question is, what is he using you for? The number one thing is pleasure. The man that you started talking to will just call you, baby, come over to my house. I want you to see my house. Come, let's watch a movie together. Me and you know very well that it will not end the movie. Fine, no problem. You go there. He has never planned a date. He hasn't done anything at all for you. You shave, dress up, smell nice, wear your new wig that you just unboxed. Then you carry your two legs, kitty, you go and meet him. Meanwhile, he hasn't done anything for you. And then you're there performing. He did not even make you come. But he did. So you're just there to perform. You're just there to pleasure him. He's very satisfied and then he sends you home. That's your role in his life now. You're there to pleasure him. Now you start asking yourself, if I stop this pleasure, if I stop doing all of these things for him, I stop caring, I stop going to his place when he calls me, it means that he won't like me anymore. It means that he won't call me, he won't text me anymore. Then what am I? What's my use to this man? Exactly. That is the point. Because if the only thing keeping a man interested in you is how easily he has access to you, then you were just a convenience. He was never really interested in you, baby. So remove the benefits and stop being useful to him for the wrong reason. And when there is nothing for him to take from you anymore, watch how far it's going to disappear. Let him go. Because baby, I don't want you to be surrounded by men that don't really want you for you, that only wants you for pleasure, that only wants you for the things that they can get from you. And
I watched a video of a man saying for women to be useless to men. And he said once women realize what men use them for, then they'll know how to be useless to men. Example, because this is something that I talk about all the time. When you first meet a guy, at that very second, he's judging you. At that very second, he is learning you. So y'all first meeting and he say, damn, I left my wallet. I ain't got it. Can you pay for it? And you say, yeah, sure. He has just considered you a lick. Another example. For some reason in the girls' brains, they think that two things. They think that giving to a man is going to make a man give them what they want. And then go a little further, they think a baby is going to keep a man or make a man do what they want. And neither of those things are true. You meet a man. He says, can I pull up on you? You say, yeah. You let him come to your house. It's nighttime. He come in. He gets to moving. Things happen. Boom. You done get him to the cat. Then you start saying, oh, I want to go on dates. Oh, I like flowers. Oh, I like jewelry. Oh, I like to go to the winery. Oh, I like to go to concerts and museums. Do you think that man give a damn? I didn't have to do all that to get the coochie. So what the hell I'm doing all that for? I done already got the coochie. Let me tell you something. Put a price on that punani. And that will help you if you are getting like useless bodies from niggas and they not doing nothing for you. That will help you.
I say this because you are safer assuming they're terrible beings than trusting in their capacity for good and then realizing there is none. I'm in bed because I have the flu, but I recently had a thought, and the thought is, please practice being useless to men if you're a woman who's just kind of getting into relationships with men. And I say this because there's a guy who was trying to talk to me recently who came to my phone to tell me that he wants to start a business. He's based in Durban. He could fly out to Joburg to come look for the things that he needs for his business. But do you know who he texted? Me, to say, hey, I want to start a business. And the things I need for my business, like the packaging and stuff, is in Joburg. So could you go for me? Are you just in the head? And I said to him, oh, I barely even leave the house. I wouldn't even know where to find things like that. He then comes back to me and he says, oh, you could go to this place and that place and the third place and this place and this place. I said, oh, you can do it. You know more than I do, because I wouldn't even know where to find that place. I've never been there. And do you know who hasn't spoken to me since? Exactly. The moment he realized he couldn't use me, he cleared the way. And I think that if a lot of women practiced being useless to men, especially men that you don't know, I'm not talking about like this is now your husband or whatever, but I'm talking about men particularly that you do not know that well. It's been under a year of you guys knowing each other, and you're putting all your time, your energy, your effort into their projects or whatever it is that they're doing. Of course, the person is going to look at you and go, what a useful resource. And I say this because a lot of men are social climbers and consumers. They mostly thinking about what it is that they can stand to gain from you. And so I think a lot of women should be cognizant when getting into relationships or interacting with men, what it is that these men could stand to gain from being in community with them. Like if a man stands next to you, what does he stand to gain? If a man goes public with you, what does he stand to gain? Because a lot of them are going public with you guys, are gifting you guys, are doing all these grand gestures for you so that they can post them, so that other girls can see what they do for you, and then they have access to other girls for less effort.
My mom told me I need to be a useless woman to have a very peaceful and beautiful married life. I didn't really trust her. I was like, Mom, what are you talking about? I'm such a capable person. I can do so much. And I really regretted not listening to her. Looking back, I really feel like useless women are the smartest women ever. They know the most valuable thing they bring to the table are the intangibles, okay? Think about a cat. What does a cat bring to the table? It's just being them, right? This sheer existence itself is the intangible. It provides so much emotional value for people, and that's the most important thing people bring to the table. And they can just be however they want, and people will just serve them princess treatment, literally princess treatment. And so it was me telling my younger self, stop over-functioning, stop trying to prove that you're such a useful person, because what you will attract will be people who love you for what you can do for them, not people who love you for you, okay? This is one of the most important lessons that I learned lately. It really hits very deeply.
I'm going to give y'all the blueprint to living the best, most peaceful life. And I'm going to be honest with y'all, I learned this 3 days ago. The blueprint to living a peaceful life is to be useless. Useless. Be useless to everybody. Be useless to your mama, your daddy, your siblings, your friends, everybody. Be useless. Be useless. See me, I've been useful my whole life. My whole life, anybody needs something, call them Marachi. Something need to get done, call them Marachi. Somebody need to get picked up, call them Marachi. A feud, call them Marachi. Money, call them Marachi. You need a shoulder to cry on, call them Marachi. You want to just sit in the house and do nothing all day? Call them Marachi. But you see, recently, they've been calling me, and I've been useless. I've been useless. Oh, can you do? Nah, I'm chilling. I don't got no time for that right now. I'm in the house. Can't help you. Sorry. Oh, get somebody else to do it. I want you to ask one of the other kids. Oh, no, I'm not doing that. I don't know how to do that. Cooking? I can't cook. Hair? Can't do hair. Nails? Can't do that either. Money? Sorry. My rent got to get paid in a few days. Be useless. Because when you're useless long enough, people start to what? Use other people. They find somebody else to do it. There's always somebody else that can do it. You are their initial first line. Every time, everybody. When you're everybody's first line of defense, first line of offense, first line of contact, shit gets tiring. And I recently hit a stage of burnout that I don't think I've ever hit before. And it's so crazy because like nothing astronomical happened. But I just got to a point where I was just like, I am tired. I'm tired of being everything for everyone. I'm tired of being there for everyone. I'm tired of answering every call. I'm tired of sending money all the time. I'm tired of listening to people. If I'm being honest, and this might sound but I don't care. I'm tired of hearing about people's problems. I don't care no more. I want to be useless, lay on my couch in my apartment that I pay rent for, and just watch TV and chill, scroll on TikTok, crochet animals, and live my best life. I want to be useless.
A man doesn't need a mother. He needs a partner. So every single time that you are ironing his shirts for work in the morning, packing him a lunch, getting up early to make him a coffee, to run him a bath when he gets home, every single time that you're doing that, initially, you are going to be his dream girl. Very, very temporarily, okay? Because he is thinking, yes, this woman is bringing me so much value. But really, subconsciously, what's happening is he starts to make a comparison between you and his mother, okay? And men love their mothers, okay? But they don't want to sleep with their mothers. They don't feel attracted to their mothers. They don't feel like ripping their mother's clothes off and getting into bed with her. Do you see where I'm going with that? And so, although you think I might be sabotaging you by telling you the less you do for a man, the more that you will get, subconsciously, what's happening in his brain right now when you're over-giving and you're overdoing it, you're over-serving him, is he starts to feel a void in his life. He starts to feel a lack of romantic connection. He's craving for someone to fill the spot of the lover. That's when you go very quickly from being his dream girl to bottom of the barrel, because now he doesn't see you as a dream girl because you're on your hands and knees scrubbing a toilet. You're on your hands and knees cleaning his boxers. You're doing these horrible, gross jobs that he once witnessed his mother do that you should not be doing. Okay, you need to put your foot, you need to decide that you know what is best for the greater good of your relationship. Girls, I am just sat here thinking, oh my goodness, I am probably the most useless wife or fiance, we're engaged, ever to exist. Okay, I don't cook, don't clean, don't do laundry. And last night my partner was praising me for it. He was doing a reset. We always do a reset before we go to bed. Well, I mean, we don't do a reset, he does a reset, right? And so I walked in and he went, go and sit down, go and sit on the sofa. I was like, okay. He said, I love that you don't pander after me. I love that you let me do these things for you. And I said to him, what is it that you love about me that makes you want to do these things for me? Because he said to me, I've never done this for anyone else. I've never wanted to do this for anyone else. It's just you. And I said, okay, so what is it? And that's when he said to me, he said, it's the way that you make me feel. Right? He said, when we're in a group full of people, the way that you talk about me, he says, you talk about me to the highest level. And I knew right there exactly what I was doing. I need to start using phrases and looking for phrases that are very exaggerated. Let me give you an example. So my partner between us is the only one who can safely use the kitchen. He's actually a very good cook. I'm not allowed in the kitchen. Okay, that's a separate story. So when we are with his friends or with new friends or just anyone in general, I will say, oh, this guy, about my partner, this guy keeps us alive. He makes the best food, the best snacks. It is the best thing you've ever tasted. So now my partner's thinking, yeah, that's me, I'm that guy. And he's going off on his own tangent about the little cute meals and things that he does for me. See, a man has to feel like he has a role to play in your life, and it's up to you to choose how you want to design that role for him. And how you design the role for him is all about how you are actually describing him to other people, because that's silently reprogramming his subconscious to live up to those standards without you ever having to ask him to be that person. You are already telling him who he is before he shows you who he is.
You should be doing nothing for men. Absolutely nothing for men. This is why you're sacrificing yourself and you're not getting the love that you want. You pour yourself into relationships. You prove that you're a good partner by cooking for him, cleaning for him, and showing him what a good wifey you would be. And you're not getting the love of your life that you want. You're getting treated like shit. You're getting left by the wayside. You're getting just like thrown away for the next girl. You're not taken seriously at all. And this is why. Let me explain it to you. Write this down. Men are energy efficient hunters. No man is going to do more than the bare minimum in order to get what he wants. So if he wants you and he wants a wifey cooking and cleaning and cleaning up after him and all his nasty shit, and you're just gonna like show up day one and start doing that for him, guess what he's gonna think? Well, done. Bare minimum, absolutely no effort. I don't have to do anything to get what I want. So why would he though? Why would he though? Girl, like, don't be dumb. Don't be dumb. Men will only put in the amount of effort that it takes to get what they want. And if you're giving it to him and you're cleaning for him and you're proving to him and you're calling him all the time and whatever, like, he's gonna, I get what I want. I get what I want. So and they're hunters. Let's explain that part now. So energy efficient, stop letting him be energy efficient. Now the hunter part. A man needs to feel like he has earned something. He needs to feel like he has put in blood, sweat, and tears, and he has won something over. He's not gonna feel that way if you throw it at him really easily. Like, he's not gonna feel that way about you. He's gonna feel like, wow, that's cheap. That was really easy to get. Why would I, I don't really have to value that. It came easy, and I can get another one like that. So you're not really proving to him that you're irreplaceable. You're proving to him 1000% that you're replaceable because you just gave it away like that. Like, whatever it was he wanted. I'm not just talking about sex, but that too. So what you're gonna do is not be available all the time when he calls you. Like, maybe miss a call or two. Don't just answer the phone and be like, I love you, look how available I am for you. No, don't do that. Don't do that. 2, you're not gonna do anything for him. You're gonna allow him to do things for you. So if you want princess treatment, you're gonna make him, like, you're not giving him any of that attention. Like, you can do that later in life. Like, I agree, that might be like a wife's role. If you wanna be a homemaker, cook and clean for the guy. But until he makes you that wife and he pampers the shit out of you and puts you in that nice big ass freaking house that you want or whatever it is that you want, you don't do anything for him. So make him earn that. And yeah, give him attention and allow him to date you, allow him to come over, allow him to call you and buy you flowers and things like that. But other than that, your attention is pretty unbothered and stale. And the more you ignore men and kind of reject them, the more they will chase you, I promise you. The more they will find you valuable. They love things they have to earn. And a man loves being confused by you and rejected by you. Trust me on this one. Like, the worse I treat men, the more they want me. It's ridiculous. I used to treat them like fucking princes. They are not princes. I used to build them up. And like, every guy I was with, I would cook for him and all the dumb things. Like, I would do all the dumb things. And I got thrown away for every next whore at the wayside. Like, I couldn't do it right. Like, you cannot earn your way into a man's heart. Like, he's gonna think that you're easy. Don't do that. So what you're gonna do is, oh my God, it's hot as hell in here. Turn the damn air conditioner on in this Jeep. So what you're gonna do is let him hunt you. Don't be available all the time when he calls. Don't accept the first date when he asks you on dumb dates. Like, well, you wanna come Netflix and chill? Absolutely not. I am not a Netflix and chill type of girl. Thank you very much. Like, don't even accept a date unless he's planned it. He's taken the time to make sure it's something that you would like to do. I mean, it doesn't matter. He's put the freaking effort in. Make that man put the effort in before you give him any effort at all. Just allow him and pay attention. And if he doesn't step up to that, which boys won't step up to that, let's not even lie about it. Like, most men are boys and they're just at that amount of effort, they're gonna go look for the next cheap whore that's gonna give them the easy attention like you used to. So allow them to lead. Don't try to step in and earn that. Like, they're not gonna ever. Some men are just not capable. They haven't done their shadow work yet. So allow him, and a real man will step up. He will see you as a woman of value that he has to earn, and he will step up to that plate and you will be treated like a princess. So that's why you give nothing to men and do nothing for men.
You may know I'm on Toxic TikTok and I love it there. And once in a while I learn things that I come on here to share. Today's topic really hits me hard. I needed to share it. And it says, being useless to men is going to do you a whole lot of good. And they went ahead to say that being useless to men in, for example, in the bedroom, a man only shows you affection, attention, or calls you when he wants to, sleep with you, and you just prep yourself, prime yourself, and ready to go, deliver yourself to his doorstep. He literally said like DoorDash. Deliver yourself to his doorstep, and when he uses you, he sends you on your way. That when you stop being useful to him in that area, he will stop needing you, and that is going to help you weed out somebody that only only needs you because they want to use you. I think it makes sense.
So let me tell y'all why I will not do shit for another man ever again in my life. So I'm sitting here, I'm journaling before I get ready. I just woke up, y'all. And when I'm journaling, I'm thinking about a man will have the audacity to look you in your eye after he's taken everything from you and say, I never asked you to do that. After he's drained your life force, your bank account, stolen years of your life, mother will look at you and say, I never asked you to do any of that.
I cannot relate when I hear stories of women talking about how men have played them, how men have used them, and it's just simply because I'm useless. I make myself absolutely useless to men. What do you have to gain by making yourself of use to a man? You don't get a paycheck for that. You don't get a promotion. You don't get no benefits. You don't get anything by proving that you're useful to a man. All you get is a man. And men readily make themselves available. So even if you no longer have that man, it's not like there's not another one around the corner waiting for you to pick them next. This is why when men are like, oh yeah, you're not the prize. You damn Skippy, I'm not the prize. You damn Skippy, I'm not the prize. You're never winning me over, sir. You're never winning me over because I don't have anything to give you to prove to you that I am the prize. I don't want a man to think that I'm the prize because in order for him to think that I'm the prize, it would mean that he would have to see utility in me. Baby, I'm never selling utility to a man. I'm never selling usefulness to a man. And that shit is repellent. The moment that I prove that I'm useless, I don't have to worry about them problems. I'm happy with the fact of being useless and being single because I refuse to make myself useful just to be in a relationship. Men don't provide a good enough experience in a heterosexual relationship for me to want to make myself useful to them. They don't. So that cooking shit, that cleaning shit, that emotional availability shit, that sleeping with them shit, all of that, doing things for the male gaze. Baby, I got a full sleeve of tattoos. I got a full sleeve of tattoos and a nose ring. I never wanted to be useful to y'all mother. I never wanted to cater to how I'm supposed to look to get y'all's approval. I will never value a man enough to the point where I would try to prove my usefulness or my utility to him.
Watching the death and life of Lamar Odom was very reassuring. That a man, the more you do for a man, the less they're going to do for you. Actually, the more you do for them, the more they resent you, right? Khloe Kardashian, this man had 12 strokes, all these different type of heart attacks, was on his deathbed in a coma. Khloe Kardashian saved his life. Didn't leave his side for 4 months. And you know what? He has yet to thank her. He has yet to thank her. He just used her from the beginning. I used to like Lamar Odom, back when I was watching the Kardashians. I used to like him because I was like, oh, I thought he was the only person that loved Khloe. He didn't. He used her for an opportunity. He even said it on the documentary. He saw that was going to be his pathway to fame. What's the lesson? Be useless. Be useless to these men. Give your love to your girlfriends, your family members, to your children, because they don't appreciate it. All is giving, be useless. And go watch that documentary because it will fuck you up. All right. Thanks for letting me.
I know the Pygmishas are going to be so mad when I say this, but You have to learn how to be useless to men. Working hard for a man's love is a waste of time. You need to be with a man who knows your existence is enough for him to be sustained. You don't have to cook. You don't have to clean. You don't have to do his laundry. You don't have to do his resume for him or fill out applications. You don't gotta suck his until they're dry. You just being who you are should be enough. And that's why you need to be with a man who likes you 10 times more than you. But you have to be useless. You working hard for a man's love, he knows how pathetic and desperate you are. And you know what he's going to keep doing? Taking advantage of you. So you need to be with a man that's going to make sure that you don't have to do anything. Just be you, be cute, sit pretty, and that is enough.
You have to learn to be with men and be useless. I said it. You have to learn to be with a man and be useless. You people will not understand. When you go into dating with a man to show him that you can do this, you can cook, you can clean, you can somersault in bed, you can... You will do it until the end of time. And that is why your dating life sucks. That is why men show us pepper, because you always want to perform. The society have made it like your worth as a woman when you are with a man is for what you can do for the man. It's not for the man to see you as an entity. It's not for the man to see you as a partner. Yeah. Learn to be useless in the face of men. Just the way they are. Come as you are. Just come. You cannot cook. Let's eat out. You cannot. Let's do it. Because if you start that and you ever have the mindset of settling down with that man, you will know Jesus is Lord. You keep doing this to the end of time. And if we are talking of change, the men are doing this. Women, we are enablers of some of the things. You enable it. You make these men become useless. In their house is so scattered. You go, you clean the house. The dishes are not done. You go, you are doing it. What happened to his hand? What happened to his damn hand? Why are you doing it? Is he not a human being like you? Because the society say that the unpaid labor is for women. Why are men not going to perform unpaid labor? Statistics is that if you know the billions of dollars that the world owe women for their unpaid labor, and you people are still... Have you ever heard that somebody is owing you money, the person did not pay, you are still giving the person goods on credit? Go and collect the money of the unpaid labor you have done all your life. Like me in my 30s, I've done it until I was 30, or maybe until I was about 28, 29. I have not collected the money of the unpaid labor I did. And you expect me to keep on doing more? I'm as useless as it.